An embarrassing amount of time passed before I realized something was wrong. I had made this train journey almost daily for over 2 decades and could tell by muscle memory now when the brakes would screech and the doors would open. And yet, it hadn't happened yet. I checked my watch. It displayed 4:15. That's odd. We definitely should have stopped somewhere by now. I looked out the window to try and discern where we were. I only studied the passing landscape for a few seconds before my brain began to scream at me, signaling that there was something wrong with what I was looking at. I couldn't make out any particular shapes outside. It seemed as if the landscape had been reformed into a singular blob of mass and color. Nothing that I was looking at resembled anything that I had seen before. I stood up and made my way to the end door of the carriage, trying to see if the other carriages were experiencing the same problem. It was locked. What's more, after peering through the carriage window, I saw nothing but the swirling colors around us. It was as if our train was connected to nothing. It was as if we were alone. I heard the sound of yelling and glass breaking from behind me. I spun around and saw a couple passengers crowding around a man standing on one of the chairs, looking towards the now open window. "You're seeing this too, right?" he called out, his voice queasy. "This shit ain't real." No one replied. I can't do this, man. I don't know what's going on." I could see fire burning in his eyes, his hair whipping around due to the draft. As he looked outside the open window, I saw a strange calmness settle over him. He had resigned himself to this fate, whatever it was. He took a deep breath and jumped. His jump seemed to have very little momentum. Instead, as soon as his entire body left the train carriage, he froze into place. He was still for a blissful second before he separated before our eyes. Every piece of him disjoined from each other, and he was left frozen in place as billions of molecules vaguely resembling a person. And yet, he was still alive. Or at least I gathered from the screams that emanated from him. Panicking, I fell to the ground, cupping my ears with my palms, trying to escape the raw, guttural sounds that pierced my head. It was the sound of death from someone who could not die. I'm not sure how long it's been since I made the mistake of boarding this train. None of us passengers have aged or eaten or done anything that is usually recognized as being required for survival. Sometimes we pass the passenger outside, still frozen in time, like a lighthouse of solidity in a sea of shapelessness. And the worst part, we always hear him before we see him.